Hey guys, it's Anton. So 2020 is coming to a close, and I think we're finally ready to wrap up this year and call the top 7 ancient Chinese dramas of the year. Looking through this list of dramas is a bit like reliving the year again for me. It has been a memorable year, and although personally, I don't think 2020 has been the strongest year for C-drama, there have been some absolute gems that have been a pleasure to watch. I've made a top 7 best list for the first, third, and fourth quarter Chinese dramas of this year, which I will link down in the video description below. But this video will cover the best ones from throughout the entire year of 2020, including some new ones that haven't been discussed before. This list doesn't include modern dramas, but there have been some notable ones as well from this year that I've also really liked. Anyhow, if you're ready, grab a seat, get comfortable, and today we will be going over the top 7 best ancient Chinese dramas of 2020. Before I go on, if you're new to this channel, do subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, and remember to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any new videos being posted. Just a reminder, the dramas on this list appear in no particular order, so just because something appears earlier or later doesn't mean it's any better or worse than the previous show. You all know the drill. Okay, everybody, let's begin. Number 1, Dance of the Phoenix. Dance of the Phoenix is a fantasy romance drama with an interesting storyline in my opinion. I think the plot flows well and overall has good pacing. There are also none of those characteristic annoying misunderstandings between the characters. At least no major ones that don't get resolved quickly anyways. This drama was the first time I noticed Yang Xiaoyue, the main female lead, who was surprisingly good. She's still a newer actress, but she performed better than I thought. She's got potential. There is some chemistry between the leads, but if you're looking for something where sparks are flying left and right, be aware that this drama is more plot driven. I think overall the costumes and visuals look good. I enjoyed this one. Dance of the Phoenix is a nice drama for those who like elements of magic and fantasy. Anyhow, moving on. Number 2, The Romance of Tiger and Rose. Alright, if you were looking for excellent chemistry, then look no further than The Romance of Tiger and Rose. I've always said that Jalusa is fantastic at creating chemistry with her main lead counterpart, and this drama is no exception. The Romance of Tiger and Rose is a historical romance drama about a girl who writes her own storybook and goes into it. I think it's an interesting premise. There's a kingdom of all women ruling, and the male lead from the all-male kingdom gets married off to their side as a sign of goodwill. It's kind of hilarious to see. The plot is fresh, and overall I found The Romance of Tiger and Rose to be an enjoyable watch. It's fluffy, but not brainless. Like I mentioned before, the chemistry between the main leads is fantastic, and it will be a reason that will put a smile on your face as you're watching the show. Entertaining humor, great acting, and a fun storyline, it has all the elements you would want from a good lighthearted drama. Number 3, Eternal Love of Dream. Okay, so how can I not mention The Pillow Book in a list of top 2020 dramas? It's a little slower to start off than its predecessor, Eternal Love 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms, but it does pick up after that. The visuals and cinematography are superb, and its production value, of course, is high. If you like the story of Feng Jiu and Donghua from 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms, then this is the full-length drama dedicated to their story. Be aware, though, that this is technically not a direct sequel because it follows the novel more closely, and so certain events and character relationships may just be slightly different than in Eternal Love. But Feng Jiu is still the same, and so if you didn't like her from 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms, then you still won't like her character in Eternal Love of Dream. Likewise, though, if you loved her back in Eternal Love, then you will absolutely love her expanded romance here in Eternal Love of Dream. Number 4, The Wolf. The Wolf is a historical drama about a boy who is raised by wolves and the princess of a lost kingdom. This one has a lot of ups and downs, and it's sort of an emotional roller coaster, but it really showcases the main lead's acting talent. It was filmed back in 2017 and released only this year, and so it still carries that charming filming style and story progression from days long past. I think it's a nice contrast as compared with the rest of the 2020 style dramas. It feels distinctly different. The chemistry between the main leads is amazing, and our second lead, Xiao Zhan, also really shined in his role. All 3 leads had really great acting. I really enjoyed watching The Wolf this year. This drama is a bit polarizing because of its heart-wrenching nature, but overall I found it to be a great watch. I think it's handily one of the best ancient dramas for this year. Okay, and next up. Number 5, Maiden Holmes. Maiden Holmes is a fantastic mystery investigation detective drama. You guys know I love a good mystery drama. Maiden Holmes is fast-paced and the flow of the storyline is very natural. This drama showcases great chemistry between the main leads and also the side characters. I thought there was a great dynamic between the main 4 characters. Each cast member really brought something unique and helpful as a different perspective to the investigation cases. There were no major misunderstandings here, with good communication between all the characters. This is the polar opposite of our last entry, and the main leads in Maiden Holmes have a very healthy relationship with mutual trust and understanding. If you like to see a smooth sailing romance that builds upon consistency and respect, the Maiden Holmes is the drama for you. Number 6, Qin Dynasty Epic. Qin Dynasty Epic is an historical drama that was a latecomer to this year, premiering in December. This drama shows that you don't need crazy special effects in order to have visually appealing cinematics. The cinematography and filming style is fantastic. I love the on-the-scene sets and beautiful backdrops. The costumes are also really high quality. I was very impressed by how they spent their budget, as the drama overall has a very polished feel. In addition, there are all these veteran actors here, and you can really feel the plight and emotion of the characters as the plot develops. This drama is part 4 of a series and follows the events into the founding of the First Imperial Dynasty of China. It's filled with kingdom politics and warfare, and it's great for someone who loves a drama with strategy and intense power struggles between warring states. And finally, moving on, we get to our last but definitely not least entry for the best ancient dramas of this year. Number 7, Love and Redemption. Oh, I really like this one. I know I said that this list isn't in any particular order, but Love and Redemption may be one of my favorite dramas for all of 2020. There's just so much that went right with this series that, for many people, just wasn't on their top list of upcoming dramas when it was in development. Love and Redemption is a fantasy drama that involves the affairs of heavenly immortals and demons. The 2 main characters have excellent chemistry. Their love story is sort of funny when you reach the later episodes and find out what's really going on. Without spoiling anything, I think the plot twist was really good. I really did not see that one coming. It's also really admirable and satisfying how the drama ended. It's one of those that makes you feel good for its characters. The costumes and CGI were also relatively well done as well. I really like seeing Crystal Joanna as the God of War. If you are someone who loves fantasy C-dramas, then this is the one you have to watch. Okay, and before we wrap up this list, I have to go over my honorable mentions because there are many. I don't have time to go through them all, so I will just make some quick mentions in no particular order. Love 1,000 Years. It's a Jalousia drama not quite as polished as The Romance of Tiger and Rose, but definitely deserves a mention. Under the Power. An excellent drama that only didn't make this list because technically it's not a 2020 drama. It premiered on December 28, 2019, and so it barely missed the cutoff. Legend of Fae. It's still pretty new and not finished airing yet, so I hesitated to include this one since we haven't quite seen all of it yet. Moving on, The Song of Glory. I had to include another Lee Chin drama who was spectacular in The Wolf. This one had interesting characters, cool costume designs, and fantastic acting. Smart characters for the most part. Skate into Love. It's a modern series and doesn't really belong here, but I just wanted to mention it since I probably won't do a top 7 modern for this year. I like Janice Wu dramas, and this one was a really fun watch. Finally, Love is Sweet. Another modern drama with Bai Lu and Lo Yun-chi. It shows off the great chemistry that these two can have, 2 of some of my favorite actors and actresses. And there you have it, you guys. We're done. The top 7 best ancient Chinese dramas that have been released this year, 2020. If you see a drama that you like on this list, make sure to hit that like button. And if you feel like something's missing, then let me know down in the comments section below. This was my own personal list of favorites from this year. So let me know what your own list of favorites is for 2020 down in the comments. Which of these dramas have you already started to watch or have completed? 2020 has had its ups and downs, but it's nice to have some fantastic shows to watch. I tried to include something from each genre for everybody, but as you can tell from this channel, we like watching and can appreciate all different types of dramas. I've been watching Asian dramas since I was a kid during the Hong Kong TVB golden era of the 1990s, and although dramas and actors and actresses come and go, The one thing that stays the same throughout the ages is my love for them all. I'm glad to have you all join me along for this journey. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for joining me, and remember to subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. Make sure to check out our social media accounts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram in the link in the video description below. My name is Anton. This is Asian Drama News. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.